Hey guys, I was just getting the knives ready to send off to heat treat tomorrow. I've got 12 total that are ready to go, I think, and so kind of experimenting with a few kind of various stages of how far I need to get them polished. Most of them are about, I think most of them are about 220 grit, and I've got a couple of them at 600 and one I think at 400, so or something like that. But so I just want to show them off real quick before they go off. Here's one. Now you can see they're not perfect. You know, I've got little dings in them. I'm thinking I'm gonna be able to polish them out. I didn't want to spend too much time on each one before. And I mean, they're pretty shiny, but definitely a lot of scratches still. But I'm thinking once it's hardened, I could be totally wrong. I know it's probably easier to do it now, but I was kind of having some problems with this discoloring a little bit here. It's not, I don't think it's heat, but it seems that once I grind on it, it goes away, and then I put oil right on it and it kind of came back. So I don't know, we'll see what happens there. Again, I may Duracoat these, probably not though, we'll see. So I've got several of these. I'm just going to kind of wipe them off before right now they have a bunch of oil on them. So several of these. The tips came out a little differently on each one. Again, I plan on adjusting them a little bit. This one kind of came out a little funky. I didn't realize that until just now, but should be okay. You know, again, they're not going to be perfect right now. This one I went to a little different finish. I actually hand sanded this to 600, and I think this one is probably a good idea to do. You can see it's a lot more smooth, a lot fewer scratches. I did not buff it, but I did just the blade part. I got to 600. So again, I got several of these. Get them off real quick. Here's another one. So I'm experimenting a little bit with the tips. I think next time it'll go a lot better. I think this one's actually at 400, hand sanded to 400, but kind of, yeah, I kind of touched it a couple of times in a few places too much with the belt. So you can see where got a little bit shiny or little divots or whatever. So I'll try to work those out when I get them back. Here's one that everybody seems to like quite a bit, and I did burn the tip a bit, but I think I can get it out. Again, I don't want to go any thinner, so I didn't try to get it out yet. But I think once I this is kind of a little Tonto blade that I was working on. So I messed up actually on this side, and could not get it real even. And I think once I put this, so part of the problem, and I'll explain this better in another video, but part of the problem is, as straight as I think I'm getting these, they still have very subtle, some of them had a subtle twist, some of them had just little angles, and when I put them in a jig to try to do kind of a saber grind on them, it would come out uneven. So this side it came out right, and this side it wouldn't. So what I ended up doing is I kind of convexed that, and this one turned out really well, so I wanted to leave this side the way it was. So kind of it's not really chisel grind, even though it kind of looks like it. It's more of a convex on one side, because you can see it's even down the center. But we'll see how it turns out. I think that'll go a lot better when I use the actual, instead of using saw blades, when I use the actual steel that I buy. Although it is fun to make them out of saw blades, I think it'll be a lot easier. I'll spend a lot less time. Here's another design, kind of a this side actually went really well. So I'm getting better. I'm gonna fix this again. I didn't want to fix it too much because I don't want to go any thinner. So my plan is maybe a bad plan, but I'm gonna fix it once it comes back, because I'm gonna have to lean it out a little more. I didn't want to do that before heat treat. So this will get smoothed a little bit better. It'll look more like that when I get it back. That edge actually, that grind came out real nice. So we will see. Let me show you these three. These three are real similar. Wipe it off here. Really similar. Pretty comfortable. So we get that one. This one. And this last one here. And all of these grinds came out pretty good. Again, I need to, you know, I'll clean them up, make them look real nice. And the last two that I have, this one, as you guys guessed, is kind of the inspired by the Spyderco Manix XL. So, and this last one is the Skinner. So pretty excited for this one. Actually, I leaned it out a little bit more. You can see, oops, you can see where I actually didn't grind it or didn't sand it, kind of finishing sanding it all that evenly. But I think that's 400, I believe. So yeah. Oh, one other thing, real quick. I put jimping on the back of this one too, and I think I kind of like that. Jimping on here didn't end up as even as I wanted it to, but it's not too bad. I think the next batch I'm going to experiment with some bigger jimping grooves instead of these small fine ones. I think it'll be easier to get those more uniform. Anyway, these are all going off to heat treat. Any feedback, tips, tricks, constructive criticism is always appreciated. If for some reason you see something that I should have done before heat treat, definitely let me know. Thanks a lot.